This fight has to be so strong that it will cause you to stay on a new path until it yields. You got to get some fight in you and determine, I can live how God told me to live, and I don't have to live no other way. I can do something different. I can get on another path, and I'm fighting for my life. If you don't build an inner fight to do something different, you are not taking dominion over the part of you that controls what path you stay on. It's time. When God reveals knowledge and information like this to you, when you get re-educated, what comes along with this education is you got to build some fight in you now. You got to determine, I don't like the stat I saw. You got to determine, I'm not going to be there next year. At least I'm going to be on the path on my way out of there. You got to determine 5 years from now, I'm going to be able to call my own shots. I'm going to be able to determine what I want to do with my day. That's right. Coincidentally, I maybe not a coincidence, but the people on the first path that work for a living, it's amazing how they live worse than people who do something different with money. They say, this is how you have a good life. You get an education, you get a job, you make money, you live off of it, you buy a house, you do this, you buy a car. And before you know it, your life is consuming everything you make. Is that right? So there's two paths. I want you to see these two paths. I want you to understand them. I want you to make a decision that you're going to get the kind of fight inside of you that's necessary to get off this path. Let me show you something. Let me have a whiteboard. All right, watch this. Thank you. I'll take black. Is this the cycle? I'm supposed to do the cycle now. Cycle. All right, let me show you a cycle. If you get on one path, the reason why that path is so detrimental is because, let me show you this. Give me that right there. Pull that up for me. Yeah, I'll make it bigger. All right. All right, watch this. Education, job, make money. This path right here, this person, they live off the money. This is what they do. They live off of it. All right, watch this. So let's say this guy works for 8 hours and makes $10 an hour. He has $80. Family of 3, husband, wife, child. He decides to take his family out for a nice steak dinner. That $80 is gone. Out of his life forever. Out of his life forever. That means his money only cycled one time. One cycle. Anytime your money cycles once and it's out of your life forever, that's the road to poverty. Because you're going to have to keep making money even until you're 70 and 80 years old, because that cycle doesn't change. One cycle. All right, let's say this guy, he takes that $80. He buys 10 shares of stock that cost $8 a piece. Now he has 10 shares. Let's say these 10 shares pays him $80, 80 a month. Now, he's bought an asset. The money is still in his life because his shares is worth money, and they're going to pay him 80 cents per share a month. How much is that a month? $8? $8? All right, $8. What can he do with that $8? Buy another share. Now, what is his money doing? How many cycles is that? That's 2 already. All right, so now he's got 11 paying it. At the end of that month, he buy another one. Now he got 12. If you keep going like that, how many do you think you have at the end of the year? About 20, 15? 28, because it grows exponentially. If you keep going down this path, you're going to get to the point where the share is going to pay you enough 1 month to buy 2. So instead of buying 1, he buying 2. Now you got 13 shares, paying him the same amount of money every month. This is called compounding. This is how money works. If you don't learn how to compound money and make it cycle in your life more than once, you're on the road to poverty. And this is the path that most people are on. Money in your life, one time, one cycle, gone forever. And imagine doing this all your life since you were 18. Wow. Can you see it? So we want to get into the path where your money cycles in your life multiple times. How many times can it cycle? It can unlimitedly, infinitely. This is what God taught Adam to do. Take an apple, take the seeds, plant the seeds, replenish that asset so the asset don't run out. If you do this, this asset never runs out. Watch this. You want to hear something awesome? Check this out. If you make $10 an hour and you work 8 hours, them 8 hours that you spent is worth the $80 that you have. Because time is more valuable than money. Why? It's more rare. It's plenty of money circulating. How much time do you have? So when people say time is money, that's not true. You can never compare something as valuable as time with money. Your time is worth more than the $80 that you got for it. Now, watch what happens. If you do this process and you keep recycling it, all the money that you make from that 8 hours, paying you for the rest of your life, now that 8 hours you spent, your time worth $1,000 an hour? That's what the dominion construct is. To teach you how to get on this path so that you don't spend the rest of your life in that other rat race. So I'm asking you, give me 5 years. We're going to get started. You're going to do what you need to do. You're going to get yourself positioned, and we're going to reverse this poverty cycle. All right?